I've always been a really anxious person. Sometimes it would just make me really stressed out in class to the point where I couldn't think, and I just have to sit there to relax from shaking and stuff.
She was in a really dark place. So that's really scary as a parent, seeing my child. She just wasn't happy. She wasn't herself.
But when I was having problems with school, I was able to go to my counselor and speak to her.
As a school counselor, we are responsible for anything that might be standing in the way of a student's academic success. We're not in the position to conduct therapy or provide therapy or diagnose mental health conditions. So connecting students to outside mental health services is a giant need.
I met Amira last year. She was referred to the Easterseals school-based program for symptoms related to anxiety. Some days she would come in and we would honestly just sit and color together and chit-chat. And rather quickly that grew into very deep talks about some very personal issues.
Teenagers have it harder today than they've ever had it, and so there's that need for outside support. We started with 2 days a week that we had an Easterseals therapist here, and very quickly those time slots filled up because of the need. And then after a few years, we ended up making that person full-time.
We always start with what we call a referral pathway. So that helps us identify how much need there is in the district. And then from that, look at what are the different services that are needed.
Being here in the school allows that student to receive mental health services without sacrificing much school time, without parents having to take time off of work to drive their student to and from an appointment.
They really worked with us to find out what worked for us. Because we've got that nice relationship between Easterseals, the therapist, our counseling department, it just creates a really strong relationship that I think just benefits kids and families.
When we first started the consultancy role, we wanted to provide these trainings around trauma, anxiety, depression, all of that, but also provide consultancy to staff just to kind of say, hey, what is it that you need?
The Easterseals program is a really wonderful example of how a clinic may have a very innovative idea for service delivery in their community. A CCBHC is a certified community behavioral health clinic. It's an organization for the delivery of comprehensive, high quality, and timely mental health and substance use services. By participating in the CCBHC model, Easterseals now has access to a financing mechanism that allows them to scale their activities to so many more school districts in their area, and to make sure that those services are going to be available into the future.
If I could have 3 more Easterseals therapists tomorrow, I would welcome them in my door. It's just been a really great partnership.
We've seen so much impact on students' success. Having districts come to us, asking for that support and being recognized as an expert for those services, it's why we do what we do.
With her seeing Stephanie this past year and a half, I feel like Amira is at a good place in our life. That brings me a lot of comfort and peace.
Recently, I've been able to make a lot of friends everywhere, and I've been able to talk to people without shaking. And I think it's a really good thing that I'm able to be in big group settings now and be able to meet so many different people. So I think that really helps, and I'm really excited.